What's up, guys? Top or bottom one? It's hard for me to tell because I think it's a bottom one, but I don't know. There's like two cameras on my phone. But anyways, today what I'd like to do is I have the EP3 here, which I'm going to be putting back on a original muffler for Type R, just because it's so fucking loud when I get on the juice button there. The fucking pigs hear me a mile away, so that's not an advantage. It sounds really good. But anyways, I have the old stock one that I got when I bought it. It had a really nice pilot tip on it. I'm going to remove that. It's been welded, so I got to grind it down, maybe with the buffer and then a Dremel because I don't want to break it any. Polish it up because it is aluminum. And then on the Jeep, I'm putting beam sliders for the rockers. And on the inside, the inner rocker panel is rusted out, so I'm cleaning that as best I can to try and rebuild it. Not an easy area because there's a lot of sheet metal that kind of meets up, but I'll do the best I can. So that's what's going on today, guys. So I didn't set you guys up, but this is what's going on. This is pretty much, it's like me hitting it with the those holes there. Me hitting it with the welding hammer just to see how solid it is. This middle piece here is going to get cut out because it's pretty thin. This is more of a structural area. I tried to buff it as hard as I could. I never went through it, so it seems to be pretty solid. So I got all this area on the inside to rebuild as well. I got done ripping off that fucking stock caulking that they use from the company. That shit is really tedious. So this side's looking okay. Get a plate. I got some surface there I can weld on. The shit that you see like up over here, I'm gonna just kind of hide that. I don't want to put too much time in this thing because it's a winter truck and I have been putting way more than I should. And this side, I didn't buff as much on the inside as I did the other side, as you can see. But this side was a little worse. The hole's a little bigger. I got my plate already ready to go in there. It's pretty much ready to go in and clean it up like we did the rest of the truck after. And finally the inside will be sealed from the outside world. That's crazy. I had holes in the floor, holes in the trunk, holes on the inner rocker panels, like the seat. The way the seat's made is where those holes are. They're supposed to be pinned to hold this side of the seat, and that other side has like, I don't know if I can get the camera back there. You see that pin that slides into a hole, like a bolt hole. And you know, I'm not going to put my kids in the back seat if the seat's not even held down, you know, so I'm going to try to get that as fixed the best I can. Maybe weld a thicker plate on the back or a bigger washer to hold the nut in where that little peg is going to slide in, and then the other side I need to make like a clip, probably another bolt, and just, you know, clip on there, and I'll cut the beam out in consequence for that because I'm getting a 2x6, probably said it a million times, for a rock slider. It's cheapest and it's the cleanest, I find. It tucks right up in there and it doesn't look, you know, it doesn't look too obvious. But that's where I'm at, guys. I'll catch you later. I didn't have a lot of time today. Noemi is out of town. I gotta go meet the kids after school, so yeah, that's a short day. Alright, guys, I've got a whole bunch of cool stuff coming for this. Oh, also what I did is the filler neck, cleaned it up, converted it, and oh, that paint looks so weird. It's like scaling. Painted it up and I hit it with some enamel black paint. I didn't want to buy a new one. I do need to buy new hoses because we did remove the gas tank, as you guys know. But I guess I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday. I'm going to come back. I don't know what time this is uploaded. I don't like to say a date or a day because I never know what the hell's going on. But catch you guys later. Howdy. Well, I didn't film it, but you guys saw my previous vlogs, the gigantic holes I had on the inner rocker panel. Kind of what held the kid's seat in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video so I can switch the camera around and show you what I did. I should put the lead on. One sec. I don't want to cut the video a million times. You guys can bear with me while I grab a light. Technically, just welded in a whole bunch of metal. Actually, I cleaned that hole up pretty good. I don't know if I'm going to cut that corner off, but the original one came out that far. But you might see a little hole on the inside. It's like a hole into the on the inside of the rocker, really. But I'm going to put a beam there. Won't be able to access that anyways. But bring you on over to the driver's side. Don't mind this shit because when I get the beam, I'll build off that and weld down on something solid. I do have to cut this out and weld something new. The beam will not be anywhere near that. There'll be like an inch or two gap, but this side I had to build up quite a lot more. Little pieces, tacking them, building up together. Kind of hide the hole. Same thing down here. Well, it doesn't look pretty, but once it's painted and shit. Oh, that stuff. I had Rust Killer Primer Gray, and I think I had Leak Seal and then Rocker Guard over that in this area, and holy shit, it just peeled right off with the welds. But you can see I got good penetration anyways. It's not set very high, the welder. I think I have it at... It's my little Weld Pack 100 Lincoln. I wouldn't use, you know, if you want to do something good, I wouldn't use anything from Harbor Freight. You're just going to struggle. Half the time I see welds, they're not that great, and it's because of the equipment being used. Like, this should be on gas, and it would make a nicer weld. But anyways, a little under 3 on speed, and I'm at A for amperage. But that's it, guys. Next step will be the chassis and back. And then we can seal all this, paint this differential, and get all that together. I think the last thing I need to buy are U-bolts. But I'll get those down the line. Alright, guys, I'm out.